comes to your mind when you think of the perfect vacation destination? Whenever I think about where I want my next vacation to be, I picture clear blue oceans and white sand, which makes me think about Jamaica. Today I will inform you about Jamaica's long-term effects on tourists, which includes history, culture, and traditions. Jamaica not only is populated with residents, but also with more than 1.4 million tourists yearly. As most of us are millennials, our drive to travel is rocket high. We strive to learn other countries' culture and traditions to live a more vibrant life. Almost 2 decades ago, getting into Jamaica was as simple as traveling across the states for the mere fact that a passport wasn't required. However, around the year 2000, a passport was required for all visitors in and out of Jamaica. Jamaica has many attractions that captivate tourists to their country, as well as diaspora tourism. As Mortley stated in the Canadian Foreign Policy and the Jamaican Perspective, diaspora tourism can include family visits, heritage to Jamaica, or business travels. After interviewing a friend who has traveled to Jamaica with a hope to return in the near future, I have collected information from her about what intrigues her to return, as well as other credited sources. To prepare you for what is to come, I will inform you of such tourism that promotes the return of visitors, such as food and shopping, festivals, and cultural events. With a future hopeful of traveling as a nurse, learning cultural backgrounds such as ways of living will help expand my knowledge of the traditions and mindset Jamaicans have had for several hundred years. Many of you may not know much about Jamaica other than the reggae icon Bob Marley. However, with the future research, you will find that Jamaica is a land that reggae was born. Reggae originated in the late 1960s. Reggae is a genre of music that was influenced by other genres in the United States, such as American jazz and blues. The music is tied deeply into Jamaica's culture and made it popular even on the world stage. Bob Marley, as most of you might know him as the reggae icon, has a whole museum dedicated to his rhythm and blues, which was visited and publicly written by Torgrosa in Jamaica. Beyond the Beach article. Now that we have learned the basis of Jamaican culture, let's talk about why the rest of the world is interested in visiting Jamaica and learning about their culture. Because a lot of us are young and the drive and inspiration to travel is record high, we wish to travel across the world and to learn about other countries' traditions and culture to live a more vibrant life. With the tropical weather almost always above 70 degrees Fahrenheit, Jamaica attracts tourists who suffer in the cold winters all over the world and makes beaches a popular form of entertainment. As Torgrosa also stated in Jamaica Beyond the Beach article, affordable travel rates including resort stay with all-inclusive options, the least expensive option can be as low as $1,400. The rhythms you hear in the way Jamaicans speak, as well as the bamboo-covered foothills, also attract all ages to take a visit to the spiritual Jamaica. History museums that included artifacts and some of Jamaicans' heroes about who led slaves and freedoms opened the minds of tourists. In Torgrosa's article, he helped better explain more about Jamaica's history about slavery. Paul Bogle, who was hanged after the Morant Bay Rebellion of 1865, led slaves to freedom in the Blue Mountains, which still remains an important part of Jamaica's history. Due to the very valuable and mythical history, art exhibits, foreign film, and poetry nights are very popular activities for tourists and Jamaicans to attend. After discussing the reason non-Jamaicans are visiting, I will inform you why born and raised Jamaicans who have moved away head back to their homeland. Reported in the Human Development Report of 2009, Jamaica is the largest English-speaking island in the Caribbean with a population of 2.7 million. This has been one of the reasons diaspora tourism is conceptualized as a part of return migration, as Mortley described. To help you better understand diaspora tourism, Bromwich and Nadkarni define it as persons traveling from the sole purpose of visiting friends and relatives. However, most people are not arguing that the increase in tourism comes from activities ranging from business, culture, and festivals. Another reason diaspora tourism is popular in Jamaica is because there are many skilled and unskilled jobs available. Now that we have looked at both reasonings to visit Jamaica, let's conclude by looking at the values and lessons people retrieve from visiting Jamaica. Learning other countries' culture and values are important, but learning Jamaica's is the most valuable. Jamaica is filled with energetic lifestyle which teaches foreigners how to more vibrantly live their life. Not only does Jamaica leave tourists with long-term lessons such as experience of real-life reggae, but also knowledgeable history.